Yo, what's up? Whoop whoop, it's your boy, Killer J, the Necromancer of Film, and welcome to Whoops Up, Whoops Down, the film movie discussion podcast, or whatever I feel like it at the time. And on the inaugural episode, we're going to talk about my top 10 of 2024, because we're about to go on a film journey where we just crack open a lot of films and have a lot of discussions and, a lot of fun. And I feel like the best way to know what my visual eyesight when it comes to film is through my top 10. So we're gonna give you a quick review, go over my little top 10, and hopefully if they get nominated for best picture for the Oscars, we talk about it in long form. So let's let's go. All right, number 10, Kind of Kindness. I'm a big Yorgos Lanthimos fan. The only reason why this film is so low on my list is because it's an anthology. There's three stories in this film that are very complex. It's a riddle, and I would say that it's not very kind to the audience to as a viewing. So it demands to be rewatched. So if you're Yorgos Lanthimos fan, seek this out, watch it in chunks. It's a film that I will revisit. Number 9, Osgo's good. Osgo Perkins, Long Legs. Um, I really enjoyed this film. I think whatever Perkins' like goals was into achieving this film, I think he does it. Nicolas Cage is is weird. Like he hits where he needs to. Miss Monroe, I loved her in It Follows. I think watching her performance is very good. I actually dig the twist, and where the inspirations were coming from. I think he's an up and comer. Um, it's a film that I enjoyed watching. I don't know if I'll ever revisit again. But if he makes the next hit, I shouldn't say that. I probably would revisit it. Whatever. Number 8, Deadpool Wolverine. Marvel hit out a home run, man. I've been around for a long time. I'm an older guy, so I remember all the Fox Marvel days where Fox were pumping out their Marvel movies, and some were good and some were really bad. So this film being like a chapter ending felt so satisfying that I got to sit through all those films throughout the year. That it shows that the real champion of Fox, that Fox Marvel, was Deadpool, a character that wasn't supposed to happen. So, and Hugh Jackman coming back to Wolverine is nice, and the fact that he got to play the Wolverine like the way we wanted, and it's more than doubt about being costume, appropriate. It's just he's the character fully unleashed. So it's a film that I definitely want to visit. I love Deadpool Wolverine. Such a fun time. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. All right. Number 7, Alex Garland. Big Alex Garland fan. Love Men, love Ex Machina, and once again, here he's just a really good director with the visuals. I like how the viewpoint is very different from what we normally get in these kinds of films. When you sit back, when you heard about this film and saw the trailers, did you really think you're going to be following the press? Because you never think about the press. So I thought that was interesting that we were, that viewpoint and how what that would look like if America were to go into civil war in the modern time, which sometimes feels we're very close. But who's to say? But Alex Garland did a really good job here. And a lot of people who normally don't like these type of films really enjoyed it. So he really captured a general audience. And it's supposed to be his last film, but we'll see. Kirsten Dunst, great performance. It's possible that this could be an Oscar contender. I would say could be. And Inside Out too. Come on, it's Pixar, people. And Pixar, because of these sequels, they kind of be hit and miss. But this is like Toy Story level, like type sequel. Like this is a sequel that felt necessary. I mean, a lot of times, there's a sequels that come out that don't prove why they should exist. And I think that's something I'm going to be discussing next week about sequels that possibly shouldn't have existed. But Inside Out 2 just expands on what the concepts of the first film, which is about emotions in Riley's head as a child, but now we're going into her as a teenager, a freshman in high school, where all now these pressures are on this girl and it enters more of mental health. And this film is like really important because we can speak more about mental health, and having a film that can teach kids to be able to speak out about their emotions more. I'm gonna applaud all day. This is the best animated film of the year. Easy Oscar win, I would say. Easy. Unless unless there's somebody else on there. I don't. Despicable Me 4. Nah, dog. Number 5, Nosferatu, Robert Eggers. Love our Robert Eggers. Witch, Northman. This dude understands visuals and film language. This guy is a student of the old ways, the way film school nerds. Um, but Nosferatu being a classic, 19 like a silent film era film, that had during the German Expression era, and the use of shadows and everything, like really modernized, like at that time was a big thing. um Visually, I think this is a phenomenal movie and a masterpiece, and I believe you probably could have watched this film on silent, and I'd probably still be able to follow it and still be eerie and possibly in black and white. I just loved how the shadows felt black and white. The only reason why it's lowered down, it's not original. It's taking stories that we already know, so the story felt kind of not stale a little bit. But I think that's the point, maybe. But it's still, like, the performances are great. Lily Rose Depp, really, really good. I'm hoping that this also gets nominated for Best Picture so I can watch it again and talk about it more. Number 4 is National Anthem. This one is a little short film I saw over the summer. Beautiful. Visually, this Luke Guilford really captures New Mexico in a beautiful way, and how this kid is finding himself through community. You know, we all seek community, and when we seek that community, we're able to thrive and be who we truly are. And I feel like this is what the film is really doing, and how and what America could offer and stuff like that through. I mean, it's queer as fuck. It's really queer. There's a polygamy, like a polyamory fucking farm. There's a mushroom scene. Just a lot of stuff. But it's a film that is very small, and if you're into character like development stories, I think right up your alley. Give this a film a chance if you're a sucker for sceneries and good performances. I don't know if you'll see this in any Oscar names, but it's a film that I really enjoyed and took me away. Number 3, Dune Part 2. Denis Villeneuve. I'm also a big fan. Blade Runner 2049, Arrival, Dune 1. So, I mean, I knew that he was going to kill Dune 2. But, bro, I had so much fun watching this film, watching Timothy Chalamet play Paul, and his journey to getting back, getting revenge, and using the Messiah prophecy as a way of gaining power, even though he rejected it. And the ending is just so good. And seeing Javier Bardem as Stalgard, him as alone every time he's on the screen, it was just a good time. And I walked out the film going, "Wow," you know. And then, wow, was my best picture, like my favorite after seeing it. He knocked it out of the park. He really did. And this was supposed to come out in 2023. Man, if this came out in 2023, you probably would have talked about Poor Things, Dune 2, and Oppenheimer as Best Picture. And I think this is better than Oppenheimer. Yeah, I do. So, all right. Number 2, Challengers. Whoo, this film. One thing I love about this film is how they challenge, like how they use the game of tennis to tell its story. It breaks form in the classic storytelling and uses the game of tennis to tell us the backstory between this love triangle, between Tashi, Patrick, and Art through tennis, and how they all love tennis and all this other stuff. It's a lot about tennis, but it's a lot of juicy, a lot of tea. Zendaya is really good as somebody who's pulling the strings, and where we don't know where her intentions truly lie. Like, she really is a spectator in this game as he plays these two men. As I say that, you think bro. There's a lot of hitting meanings in this movie. Like, it's a film, if you haven't seen, it's a lot of fun. Performances are good. It's something that I'm really happy of seeing and was my number one for a while. And my number one film, The Substance. I mean, when Frankie Goldie messaged me and was like, "Bro, you need to see this movie. You need this movie." And if Frankie Goldie says go see a movie, that means, I mean, let's do it. So when I sat down, I didn't know what I was expecting. And bro, the once I let the movie washed over me, it is so much fun, so wacky. It pushes boundaries and really challenges what films are, and it's like about something. I mean, Coraline Fargate wrote, written, directed, and it's her viewpoint through the industry and how they treat older women, and the ways for them to try to be young. And whoa, this film kept surprising me, and I walked out of the film with the biggest grin on my face because I knew then that was the best film I've seen this year. That made me feel like that. So original, so original. Okay, guys, that's my list. Quick and easy. I'm hoping I get to talk to more about these films during the Oscar time. That's the plan. Next week I'll do something like this. I'll talk about some of the films that I saw that were disappointments or flat out just bad. Um, and maybe that be more free throwing than this one. This one I had to get done in a certain time. But yeah, thanks for watching the first episode. Um, so if you're new here, like, subscribe, share. If people love movies, come this way. I want to discuss and talk about movies and watch new movies I haven't seen before and discover it with you guys. So thank you guys. Whoop whoop. Much clown motherfucking love.